The views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent. How you guys doing?
Okay. We gon' pull up in some Tahoes. Fill with my niggas and bitches. They don't get money, the motto. Shredding waves like I'm Otto. Full pockets filled up with money. Feeling like I hit the lotto. Okay. Flexing on all these bitches. Black shirt.
Hello. What's up, you guys? Back with another new episode of StyleBeasting Podcast with your host with the most, Delton Wall. And I'm back with episode 122.
I say what's up? Man, sit your ass down.
It should be, 122. And like last week, it's going to be a stat-packed panel for today. Because a lot of shit happened. A lot of weird shit happened. A lot of funny shit happened. But it's mainly weird. But starting off first, early voting has started. People have the right to choose what they want to do. If you don't want to vote, you don't have to. I'm not going to be one of those guys who are like, go out there and vote. I want people to have their own backbone to do what they want to. I was going to vote anyways, but my girl wanted me to vote super early because she's super into the NAACP, and well, she used to, and she's like really like, I won't say like a political person, but she's down for the cause if need be, especially when it comes to like black kids, because she was a Black Panther. But yeah, so go out and vote. Do your research on who you're voting for, and always vote. Really importantly, vote for your mayors and your governors in your city or town or state, because voting local is important too, just as important as voting for the president, because those guys are going to dictate what goes on in your city or state. So yeah, definitely voting is important. And I can kind of see how people view it as it's not important, and it is, because when Donald Trump won the presidency for the first time, it was real wonky because of the voting stuff that got missing and late voting, and some people wasn't able to vote because of voting tampering. So it's a lot of stuff goes on with it in voting that people don't like, the shiestiness of it, and people aren't always honest. Politicians aren't, anyways. And I can see, and like I said, I understand it. Not trusting politicians, because at the end of the day, they're all for self. Now, I can't say that for every politician, but a good number are for self. So, yeah, it's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of voting campaign sponsors on YouTube and everywhere, and even on radio, even on regular apps just like I forgot what it was. I was on YouTube. Yeah, I was on. No, I already said YouTube. I think it was. Damn it, what was it? I think it was SoundCloud, and like I want to say Discord. So it was really like getting crazy. Like even the like other server, even in other apps, are telling you to go vote. So like, yeah, it's getting that time of the year.
'Cause I can't breathe.
But before I go any further, I would like to speak about a quote that was always said to me multitudes of times, about the grass always being greener on the other side. And I can understand that, because after learning, I won't say after learning, but I would say growing up, I've started to realize that, yeah, the grass is not always green as people want to portray it, or how social media shows you the greater side of stuff, but I don't show you what's the word I'm looking for? The harshness of how they got there. And or just in general, or just the bad stuff in between. But I think I'm slowly starting to realize that everything that glitters isn't gold, and to use gaming logic, a mimic will get you way faster than an enemy will. And for people who play video games, you probably already know what that means. But for people who don't,
Open your mind!
try to see the truth in things before you go to the flashy. Now I know people are like, "Oh man, I definitely want the flashy. I want the glitz and glamour." Yeah, but sometimes that glitz and glamour aren't always all what it seems, and ruining yourself of who you are for the glitz and glamour and messing up who you are on the inside is something I wouldn't recommend. Only because of it takes away from who you are. Now, if you're one of those people who is about the glitz and glamour, then it doesn't matter what I'm saying. But for the people who, and I won't say real people, because even real people go for the glitz and glamour, because we all want to the shiny stuff in life. Now, excuse me. Not all people want the shiny stuff, but there's a good number of us that didn't have a lot of shiny stuff, and now that we are somewhat able to achieve that shiny stuff, I would definitely want to grind and get to that shiny stuff. Now, if you don't, I understand, like I said, like the last topic, I understand both sides. You want to get the shiny stuff, but you don't. But on the other hand, you go for the shiny stuff, and what is that? Does that make you better, or does it like devalue you as you are already, because that's not what you are about, or what you're not about? So it's a lot going on, and it's a lot in the world, and it's something that I had to come to grips with. And the only reason I'm speaking on this is because recently I just been sitting beside myself, just like thinking of like who I am, what am I, as in like what am I to in the world, and it's like one of those like greater ideological conversations that I have with myself lately, and it's just been weird because I normally, well, I think I could speak freely to you guys. Before I was like a real down and depressed person, and I forgot the name of this infliction where you have thoughts of taking your life now, and you don't do it. It's not suicide. It's another term for it, but I haven't fell into that loophole in a while. It's not, and so I went into gravitated into another loophole of like
I do not know.
trying to predict my future on a darker term than what might will happen. So instead of like me thinking like, oh shit, I can do this, I can achieve this, it's just been like a whole bunch of doubt and second guessing myself. So I'm slowly getting out of that too. But I'm glad I'm not going back to the old way of me of like being super suicidal. But definitely not going down that road. And I want to try a little harder with myself too, because I'm doing a lot more now. I'm not just putting out audio stuff. I'm actually like putting out like promo videos and like doing extra work. So I'm really trying to like work on this. I'm not trying to just treat this podcast just like therapy. And I talk to you guys like you guys are family and friends, because I mean, if you guys listen to the pod, I definitely, if the way I talk to on this pod is the way I talk to my friends. And if you listen long enough, you know that I'm really open, but I won't say a open book, but I'm definitely a flip through book that you probably can understand through the episodes. Now, there's nothing wrong with failing, and I know this is going to sound like an old edition of like all the advice people are giving you. Now, it's okay to fail, but it's not okay to quit. Or is it? Yeah, it's not okay just to quit, just to be quitting. And I'm not quitting anytime soon, because I still like doing this. And there's a bunch of people that actually listen to the pod that I didn't know is in different group chats that I'm in, and they want me to really promote it and like put them on it. So I'm like, okay, I can see that my content, my material gravitates to others, just like stand users. So yeah, and I just need a little push forward in the right direction. Not saying that you can't do it yourself, but hearing somebody tell you that, hey, I like the stuff that you do, or I like the art you do, puts a battery in your back to keep grinding more. And I say that to all my friends and even the people I don't know that like the stuff I post. I definitely, and they do content, I definitely appreciate it. And hopefully everybody gets what they're going for in the future or in their lives. Amen. But on to sad news. Liam Payne from One Direction has died. And initially I was like, who the hell is Liam? Because I definitely did not know. But everybody was like, oh, it's the guy from One Direction. And I'm like, really? And he grown up. Like all those One Direction guys grown up. And when I found out how he died, I was like, he fell out off a balcony, third story balcony. I'm like in my mind, I'm like, I wasn't thinking about how the hell did you fall off a balcony? I was like, damn. Like everybody's like, damn, that shit is crazy. But when pictures of his hotel start coming up, because you saw a broken TV, drugs, and I think they said something about they found cocaine and pink cocaine and other drugs there. So it was like, oh shit, what the fuck was Liam on? And I'm not here to poke fun or like speak ill of the dead, but I would definitely want to know what was going through that man's mind in those last few seconds, last hour of whatever of his life, because that's the stuff that he left by. It was like crazy, like it was like, damn, man. Like I initially thought it was like he had like an aneurysm or he slipped and fall and he just fell, but it was like he was going through stuff with all those drugs prior to going off the balcony. And another thing in recent news that's kind of crazy, a OnlyFans star called Gucci Third Leg has revealed that he had a severe case of herpes while having sex with a bunch of OnlyFans girls unprotected. And he tried to play it off like he didn't know, but when he brought up the test, Aiden Ross, a streamer, was like, hey, that thing says positive for that. And it's like, bro, at least 20 women has to go get tested. And depending on how many people they slept with throughout that time period, they're going to get checked. And I'm not here to bash people with herpes or sexual or any STDs, but I would tell people to be safe and just like be mindful of who you're having intercourse with. Now, to the people who like get herpes, like from people and they don't know, like I'm not like speaking ill of you guys. I'm not speaking ill of you guys at all, or people with STDs at all. I'm just saying, as in, be careful, because with this whole new age of OnlyFans and all that stuff, HIV could come in and like a plague like that because of people not getting tested or people not caring about their well-beings or other people's well-beings. So it's like, damn, man, it didn't have to get this far, and that's fucked up that these girls is going to have these guys too, because they slept with those girls that Gucci Third Leg slept with. Like, it's going to be a wild testing circle. And fuck that Gucci leg, dude. That's fucked up, man. That's really fucked up. Like, at least try at bare minimum, be safe when you're doing this. Like, if you're going to be an OnlyFans dude or girl, be safe, man. Like, come on, man. That's all anybody asks. So nobody else is getting sick.
Yes, sir.
And speaking of being sick, Game Freak, the company that owns Pokemon, they got a whole terabyte of data leaked, and apparently a story of Typhlosion having sexually assaulting a little girl.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Came out with it, and everybody has been like tweeting Typhlosion not like us for like the past week. And Typhlosion enters a whole a group of freaky Pokemon. I think Grenadier, Vaporeon, Slaking. Who else was that? Who else? There was a bunch of Pokemon, and I think it was like some of the newer generation of Pokemon that was like on that sick list.
What the fuck did I do wrong? Tell me!
And I think it was one of the season, like 2 seasons ago, Pokemon. But yeah, there's been a flock of freaky Pokemon in the recent years. But when I read that story, I was like, who like wrote? Because it wasn't like one page. It was like 4 to 5 paragraphs. So niggas was writing. I think it was more too. So it was at least like 6 to 10 paragraphs of this. So that tells you that he or she was writing. And I was like, bro, to even get past the second paragraph, I was like, this nigga is wild. This is a sick and wild nigga. And to whoever leaked this whole terabyte information that Pokemon had, your ass is on the chopping block. You and your family might not get home safely. That's how crazy that is. Now, Pokemon has always been a lot of scrutiny because niggas was like mad, drawing Pokemon in mad horny positions. I think there was like a Lola, like a bunny Pokemon that's like mad thick and some shit. And freaking every new class of Pokemon, they announce a Pokemon, it's always like one of those freaky artists that makes it to like a sex thing. So it was like, you was no way to escape the freaky mon allegations. But to like write this is like, all right, man, y'all niggas is wild. Like to write that is crazy. And I think Game Freak took it down. Well, no. I think Game Freak is going to drop, Nintendo is going to drop a state of play. So they're going to jump ahead of this. I don't know what they're going to announce because what can you announce at this point to like sway the jokes? Now you could fall into the jokes and like drop some new Pokemon stuff that we might like, but like you gotta do something because that dude, whoever the only thing I saw was the Typhlosion thing, but other than that, I didn't really see anything else about what the hell they were doing. So who knows? They might have a bunch of new Pokemon games that I didn't see because mainly people were talking about the Typhlosion topic.
Very naughty.
But knowing Nintendo, they're not the greatest at doing damage control. So they'll probably just drop a state of play and then say, hey, what you guys saw was like some fake rough draft, wasn't real, some shit like that. But I mean, I understand because you can't have like your Pokemon being a sexual harasser. So in Game Freak continuity, if you want to do that on your own, you can be sick as hell, then you do that on your own. But I don't think Game Freak wants that. But that is it for the first part of the pod. Let's get into the music.
I am the music!
So, I'm going to go over the albums, the albums that dropped and the music that I've been hearing.
Let's fucking go!
So, Absol is dropping an album, and I think it's going to be coming out in like 2 weeks. Now, I'm a little biased because I hate Absol. I've only liked Absol's project. Man, that's how much I don't like Absol. Matter of fact, that's how much I don't listen to Absol. The last time I heard Absol, it was 2012. It's been over 12 years since I listened to Absol. Like, all that shit he dropped prior has been ass. Now,
Boo this man!
people might think I'm hating on Absol. I do. I am. But I'm just being honest in my bias. I don't like Absol. He's okay at best. Now, I don't like Absol, the musician. The person, I don't know him like that, so I can't speak on him. But after learning about Absol's eye problems, his family issues, and all that other stuff, I understand Absol. Not completely because I don't know the guy, but seeing what he came through, he's going through, came through, and he's still like rapping. Because I heard that song with him and what's the name of that song? Because he just dropped it. All that, it was alright. I liked it. Now I'm not really bumping any West Coast niggas because of that whole pop out shit, but I liked it. I fucked with it. It was a good song. It was good for what I heard. I fucked with it. Now I'm not gonna run to his album, but that was a good song. I'll give him that. Tyler Creator's dropping the album soon. That Tyler Creator, because he dropped like snippets for it, and I think today he's dropped a snippet of the tour, and it's gonna be Yachty. What's that nigga name? Because I'm bad because I didn't know the other two people's names that's gonna be on the tour. Tyler Creator, Paris, Texas, and Lil Yachty. And I'm thinking about going to the one in Charlotte in March. I'm thinking about it. I really am. Because that's hard. And for what I'm looking at, he's going down this like, it's going to be just like, I'm trying to think how his what was that last album? See, this is why I'm mad, because I'm trying to remember these albums, and it was, what was that? Igor. I think he's doing the same thing of Igor, of how, if you look at the cover art, it kind of sort of looks like how he looks in the Chronomacopia and how it looks. And if you look at it, it looks like he's going down the route of that, because for Igor, he was wearing wigs and all that. Now for Call Me If You Get Lost, that was a Gangsta Grill. Was that the Gangsta Grill project?
Correct!
Yeah. This was his Gangsta Grill album. It's Call Me If You Get Lost. So that doesn't count because that was a collaborative album. Well, not collaborative, but DJ Drum was a part of it. And I'm not saying Tyler Creator didn't get into his weird bag in it, but I'm saying, looking at Igor and then looking at how this Chronopia is going to come out, it's looking like he's going to go down that same route as Igor of being, well, his normal weird self, but dropping great, amazing music. So I'm all for it. And I think he dropped the song already, Void, if I'm not mistaken, and I fuck with it. Now, it's doing this justice of explaining the message of what Tyler Creator is, because I think the black girl from Bear ran up with a phone, and then the phone became a gun, and it's that whole stigma of like fans just running up to artists or famous people and just like asking for a pic, and people was like being in your space or not just giving you your space in your bubble. So I understand the message of that part, what he was going for. Now, some people, it went over their heads, but I got the gist of what he was going for. Now, that wasn't the full message of the music video, but that was that one part that I was like, okay, I'm seeing where he's going. And I'm always down for Tyler Creator, Bob. Now, there are some people that are on the fence because they kind of want the old, depressed, crazy Tyler Creator instead of the bisexual, happy guy. And I'm going to give some pushback on that. Tyler Creator, from when we first saw him on Goblin up to, what was it? Rusty? Yeah, was it Rusty? I'm trying to figure out what album was that. Wolf. Yeah, Wolf. Well, no. I'm trying to think. Yeah. Wolf onto, I will say, Flower Boy. In those albums, those albums leading up to Igor, after Goblin, you started seeing a change in Tyler. Instead of being the the weird kid. He started maturing. And I feel like this is Tyler the Creator's greatest form. Now, I know people are saying, hey, last pod, you said you didn't want Future to change. Why would you want Tyler to change? Now, there's a stark difference between Tyler the Creator and Future. Tyler the Creator started off as the weird kid, wanting to fuck dinosaurs and all that shit, and like saying like really wild stuff, into like a musician, an artist / musician and fashion mogul. Now, for Future started off as Dirty Sprite, talking about lean and bitches, and had to change his format since. Now, it's gotten better, but it's the same formula. Now, Future said himself, if I start being lured to bitches, I might fall off. And I feel like that is somewhat true. And I'm not saying I would never listen to Future again if he switched his format. But that format of his is like the greatest format ever for him. Like,
Yes, sir.
people can say you can only say a rap line only a few times and it's not going to stick anymore. Future has said the same line almost, and it hits every time differently. Every time. Now, I'm not saying that Future can't deviate to something different, but damn it, man! Who can stop him? Like, Future's on another run again, doing the exact same thing. Now, I'm not saying Tyler the Creator can't go back to his original format, but I don't think that format, what he was doing, was healthy for him mentally. Because if you listen to old Tyler the Creator in comparison to listen to old Future, I'm not trying to compare the two, but as in like Tyler was a wild ass boy. Future was just a hood nigga sipping lean and drinking with hoes. Now, I know this is gonna sound. I know I'm like going off on a tangent, but I just didn't want people to be like, oh, you want Tyler to change, but not Future. Now, I already said myself, I don't want Future to change. Future needs to literally be the same guy as all day, every day. But I do like this new Tyler. I can honestly say the new music that he's putting out is a lot more smoother than his other stuff. Now, I'm not saying that he can't rap his ass off, because he just did a song with Maxwell Cream that was hard. But this new Tyler Creator is probably his peakest he'll ever be. Like, legit artistic peakness. And I fuck with that. I really think this is Tyler Creator and all his friends. Matter of fact, all his friends are doing shit. So I think this is a great thing for Tyler, that he and his team grew up to be great adults. And I fuck with that. And I think that's a good milestone to have as being the man of who Tyler Creator is. And speaking of milestones, Glorilla just dropped. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to keep it a band. Her, as in her, I mean talking about Glorilla, Sexy Red, Megan. I don't listen to Doechii, but I heard one song from her and I was like, oh shit. These 4 women are, man, let me tell you something. Glorilla might have the hardest female album out by far. I don't know how the hell she got Wipe Me Down. Sam, she's got Lil Boosie's in the video. But every song in this, I was like, okay, this is a hit after hit. Now, there's some songs that don't hit. It's hard. But the songs that do hit, that Kurt Franklin song hit, T-Pain hit, man, let me look at the list. I'm gonna go through the list, because I was starkly surprised when I was like, oh, wait a minute. Glorilla did not just drop this crazy ass album that sounds crazy good, and she dropped an album. That's crazy. She dropped 2 albums in 1 year. 3 albums. No, it was 2 albums. But still, like, 2 albums. The first album was good. This is on some other shit. But the intro, hard. Hold On, hard. Procedure, hard. TGIF, hard as fuck. What You Know About Me, hard as fuck. So we already 5 songs in, hard as fuck. Like, we're already 5 songs deep and it's already hard. Don't Deserve was a good R&B hit. That was I didn't expect her to be on. That Kurt Franklin song, that's crazy. That she got Kurt Franklin on the beat. How I Look was good. Step was hard. Let Her Cook was fucking heat. That's my favorite song. Love Her was good with T-Pain. T-Pain always delivers on his features, so I'm not worried about it. But, and I think the last song, was it Glorilla? Was it Glorilla's Bird? Queen of Memphis. Yeah, Queen of Memphis. Yeah. But after listening to his album, I'm like, yeah, Glorilla's gonna be here for a long time. Like, there's no way in hell you're gonna tell me Glorilla's gonna fail. Like, this don't sound like going from FNF to this, stupid. That's like the craziest jump in 2 years I've ever seen.
Yeah, boy.
A 2-year development to drop an album of this magnitude, crazy. Matter of fact, let me go see when Fuck Nigga Free came out.
That's okay. Take your time.
2022. So in 2 years, this girl's life changed on a dime. Give her a round of applause. Go ahead and give Glorilla a round of applause. Like, go ahead and give her a round of applause. Like, that is the craziest 2-year flip I've ever seen in life. Well, I'm trying to think. Well, let me say it this way. That is the greatest 2-year flip for a female artist I have ever seen in my fucking life. Ever. She went from people talking about her teeth to being like this beautiful star-studded girl. Like, I can't even say nothing. I'm literally in awe of like how crazy this is for her. And I'm happy for her. Cause everybody loves Glorilla. And when niggas thought her and Sexy Red was gonna start beefing, she put Sexy Red in the fucking album. And they look, man, look, it may sound like I'm on Glorilla's clit, but it's like, I'm just being honest. Like, you tell me, besides Meg, what female artist came out hitting this hard? And Doja Cat, those two. And yeah, they came out shooting like this. And Doechii came out shooting this good. And Lotto. But yeah. But other than those 4, there's not many women artists that come out the gate shooting and still keep on shooting and not miss. Now, Megan has some misses on some songs, but like, not freaking, what's her name? Glorilla. Like, Glorilla's been hitting. So, kudos to her. I'm proud of her. Who else dropped? Ian, that white boy. I might listen to it, man. I heard the song with him and Yachty, Hate Me. I liked it. I fuck with it, but it's like, I don't know, man. I might give it a listen to. I'm not the biggest. I don't listen to a bunch of white artists, not for any try to be funny reasons, but some of them don't be hitting really that much after Mac Miller passed away. I'm trying to think what's some of the white rapper that I fuck with. Yeah, what's exactly? There's not that many white rappers that be hitting like that. So I'm gonna give it a listen to. I ain't gonna like run to it, but I'm gonna give it a listen to. Tisa Korean dropped In Silly We Trust. I like it. Now, 12 out of 12 songs on here, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 I fuck with hard. So 7 out of 12 ain't bad. I will. My standouts on this one is Gagging, Strut Nation, Mike to Mill, Legs in the Air, Glass of Water, Love Letter, and Money Happiness. And he has Don Tolliver on this album, which I'm not surprised because my dumb ass didn't know Tisa Korean on the song Backseat. He is literally that in part of that Backseat song with Don Tolliver on his Lovesick album is just Tisa Korean song, but just with his vocals in it. And I was like, oh shit, I'm stupid. BX the Plug dropped Take Care. Now I fuck with BX the Plug. I've heard good things about this album. I think I heard like 2 or 3 songs on here. So I'm already fucking with it. So I'm definitely gonna give that a listen to. What else? Oh, Yeet Drop Lifestyle. It's damn 22 songs. I'm gonna listen to it, but I'm not the greatest Yeet fan, but I like Yeet, so I'm gonna give it a listen to see what he's talking about. Currency and DJ Fresh dropped the encore. Now, it's been a while since I heard Currency, but Currency's always dropping good music. Like he's another artist that don't drop bad music, but he's dropped so much music like you just forget about it. Gunna dropped a single, Him All Along. It's like another Gunna song, and it's not a bad Gunna song. Like, Gunna don't drop bad songs. Like, I know people like to say, oh, Gunna makes the same song. Nigga, that's because you don't listen to Gunna. If you say that about artists, you just don't listen to it, nigga. That's why I got from it. Valley and Badlands ZZ dropped Faux Lucy's Volume 8 on Too Late EP. I don't know what the hell that is, but I fuck with Valley. Anything Valley, I fuck with. So I think I heard the whole thing already. No, I heard 3 songs because it's 4 songs, and the 3 songs was hard. I like I said, man, Valley don't miss. So if it's a Valley EP, I already know it's gonna be hard. And I think the last song of the music side is a one take freestyle by 1900 Rugrat. It's a white boy, but I was really taken back when I listened to it. I'm like, is he using you in
English, motherfucker, do you speak
you
it?
didn't even know it? Yeah, that song with Future, Rocco, Rick Ross. The song that Rick Ross got in trouble for, say I put mine in champagne, she didn't even know it. Like, he flipped that beat and used it. I was taken aback. That song was really fucking hard. I fuck with it. And like I said, there's not that many white boys rappers I listen to. But and he's from Florida, so if you're a white boy from Florida, chances are your music's gonna be good. I haven't, let's see, because BLP Culture's makes good music. So yeah, nothing bad. But I think that's it for the music section. Let's move on to the anime. Oh, I forgot. I told you I forgot to let this off. SZA interviewed. I won't say she interviewed this magazine, Bizarre. They were with somebody recorded the back and forth her SZA and Kendrick Lamar had, and they were just going over like Kendrick Lamar's like upbringing and basically his upbringing of how his dad raised him to be a man, and basically the father in your life spiel, like, hey, my dad was in my life. He taught me how to do stuff. He taught me what it means to get the job done. The only thing he didn't teach me was how to be emotionally vulnerable. And other than the not like us part of the interview, it was in-depth speaking of emotional vulnerability as men and how some of us don't have. Well, I want to say, yeah, I'll say men aren't emotionally vulnerable, and it kind of leads to like a growing up of like you not knowing how to use your emotions or express your emotions in a healthy way without doing it in like a harsher tone. And I think that's a bigger lesson to learn. And that's the one thing I would say about Kendrick Lamar, other than him being pretentious about that whole not like us and him just acting holier than thou. The message of men not being raised to have emotions is a detriment on our part, because when we find love, we don't know how to hold it or be ready for it because our emotions aren't to the ups to. not to the degree, but to like
Out with it.
well, yeah, to the degree of like how certain women, not certain women, how women view emotions. Like, oh, if you're like not, if you wasn't like raised to like express yourself to like, oh man, I'm feeling this way. Hey, can I talk to you about such and such and such? Some people didn't have that, so they don't know how to engage in that. So it's like, okay, I understand that. And that's the one thing I will appreciate about Kendrick Lamar. This man definitely knows how to dig in his emotions and bring it out. But one thing I don't like about Kendrick Lamar is him backpedaling and pandering. So, because SZA asked, what was the whole meaning of Not Like Us? And he was like, it's about a man with morals and talk to a man without morals. And I'm like, bro, come on now. You just piggybacking and pandering, bro. Just say what it is. You were dissing Drake. Because he said he wasn't dissing Drake, but nigga, you say Drake's name in the fucking song. Like, come on now. Like, Kendrick Lamar, come on, man. You gotta grow up and grow up here. Because you act like a whole bitch right now. Like, everything else, I'll give you credence on and have your back on. But don't act like a hoe when you were just, like, champion shitting on Drake. And that's another thing, too. When he don't have those P Lane niggas behind him, he acts like Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly Kendrick Lamar. But when he gets around his P Lane niggas, he wants that, like, he big Kendrick. Like, he bombed it. Like, nigga, no. You're not a hood nigga. Kendrick Lamar is the furthest from hood nigga. I'm not scared of a nigga that, like, built like that. So, I don't know. That, other than him being, like, a pretentious bitch on that Not Like Us commentary, the interview was pretty cool. So, I definitely advise you guys to check it out. So, in scary news, One Piece the anime is going on a 6-month break. Now, Toei gave his explanation. They're upping the quality of One Piece, which is crazy enough to say that because of the new episode that dropped with Garp doing Galaxy Divide and Kobe doing Honesty Impact. Let me tell you something. In that fan letter to One Piece, let me tell you something. Those 2 episodes, mainly the fan letter one, are the craziest looking episodes I've seen of One Piece since Gear 5. Let me tell you how crazy that damn Garp episode was. They had that nigga Garp flying like he was Gear 4 Luffy. That nigga covered a city blocks with the greatest of ease. When I tell you, Garp blasted, Aokiji's ice, hit the ground, and flew.
Oh, what your ass say back, man?
He flew so fast that, bro, let me tell you this. Go watch that episode. Go watch that, the latest, second to latest episode of One Piece. You will not understand how old Garp is in that span of him landing and him knocking out that mountain. This showed me that if Garp fought Akainu is dead. That nigga is never, bro. I never want to hear niggas tell me the Akainu could beat Garp. My nigga, I just saw him body Aokiji by himself. And while getting jumped by other niggas, still held his own.
How it feel to be a real nigga.
Still. And you telling me that Garp, 2 years younger, was going to lose to Akainu?
Move, you get smacked again. Boy, stand still when I address you. I'm trying to make a man of kin. Shotgun.
No, never. I told niggas from day one, Sengoku saved Akainu. When that nigga put his head in the dirt, and Garp was like, please keep me in this dirt, because if I get up, I'm gonna kill Akainu. Bro. Matter of fact, I don't even know if Akainu and Garp even were in like the vicinity of each other after that whole entire Ace incident. But I just don't know if Garp was doing this at the age of whatever old age he is now. When that nigga was 25, that nigga was Superman. Garp at the age of 25 was All Might, Superman, every strong motherfucker that was just doing shit, just to be doing shit. That's what Garp was. Matter of fact, Garp is 1920 Superman. Garp is the version of Superman that pulled a chain of planets out of a black hole. There's no way in hell. Bro, and this is even crazier. What the fuck can Sengoku do? Sengoku probably is a fucking like, I don't even know. If Sengoku and Garp beat the Yellow Lion Shiki, I don't even want to see how that fight was. I don't even know how Sengoku has Conqueror's Haki with Garp. So those niggas are probably throwing out Conqueror's Haki explosion shits that niggas was doing, and niggas was like, oh man, it was just a normal ass fight. Are you fucking kidding me? And that's another fucking thing. How are we gonna say Garp can't be Akainu when Garp Roger beat the whole fucking Rocks Pirates with two niggas against Kaido, Whitebeard, Big Mom, and like 4 other niggas plus Rocks? Are you fucking insane? And this was when Roger was probably, well, no. Roger was probably at full health. He wasn't sick at that time. You not know, bro. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all not ready to have that discussion. Not Sengoku, but Garp and Roger were probably destroying nations if they wanted to. Like, if you watch that episode of Garp at the age of 60, beating a whole island apart with just 2 fists. This nigga ain't got a devil fruit. This nigga ain't got a sword. This nigga ain't got karate from like the CP9s niggas. It's just all guts and punches. And that's why I fuck with Garp. That nigga Garp literally is the realest nigga in One Piece history. He might be the realest nigga in One Piece history. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Garp is the strongest old man probably in fiction. I'm gonna die on this hill. Apart from Magneto, Garp might be the strongest old man in history, in fiction, ever. I'm gonna die on this hill, because there's no fucking way Toei wanted. If you would have showed us this pre-time skip, I would have fucking threw my TV out the window when Ace died. So you telling me this nigga can fly, but you can't kill a nigga 20 feet in front of you with magma with your Conqueror's Haki fist?
Man, you stupid bitch.
No. This makes that Ace death look way worse. Even though I'm bigging up Garp, this makes Ace death look crazy. Bro, I'm telling you, please, y'all have to watch that scene of Garp flying and knocking out that damn mountain. That made no sense in no kind of fiction. I have never seen an admiral move that fast at all. I swear to God, there's never been an admiral prior to Garp moving that fast. Just none in the world. Not a one. The only person I know that can move that fast is Luffy, Sanji's family, including Sanji, Shanks. That's it. That's 4 niggas. 4 to 5 niggas that can do that. Out of everybody we've seen in One Piece history. Are you bro? No. And Odin. I put Odin up there. Like 5 random ass niggas, bro. Nah. That alone was the most beautiful shit I've ever seen in my life. I'm bar none. But let me get back into the to the One Piece break. Now, they also dropped a letter for a fan letter for One Piece, and it's about a girl it's about multiple people in the One Piece world that loves the Straw Hats. Like, there's this girl who is infatuated with Nami because she has red hair too, and she wants to be free like her. There's this girl who loves Brooke. There's this Marine that loves Chopper. There's two Marine friends that end up being brothers, and they show. Let me tell you this. I'm gonna tell all the like big focal points, and then I'm gonna talk about the animation. And it was just basically going over their lives about how the Straw Hat characters, even though like they're pirates, they have like they're real niggas. The two main Marines guys that joined the force, joined the Marine Force and worked together to get up the ranking. When Marine 4 happened, Luffy was going to get Ace, and the two Marine guys, one was hurt because he was trapped under Orange Jr.'s foot, and everybody was getting blasted. And the other Marine brother foot was fucked up because of all the bullshit they were going through. Man, bro, I almost shredded a tear when that nigga ran into like Kizaru's was it? Yeah, Kizaru's fucking light beams. And this is another thing too. This is why I'm glad they're redoing Fishman Island and adding more quality to One Piece. Because if you look at that episode, you would never have guessed that niggas was dying in One Piece in Marine 4 pre-time skip. Like, the new animation showed niggas on the ground bleeding, dying, like niggas had blood in their mouth. I have never seen regular One Piece, with niggas dying of blood coming in from their mouth. And like the what's the word I'm looking for? The ferocity of how people were getting beat with swords. Like, you could feel that the niggas were getting beat to death and getting killed. And I was like, bruh, this shit's amazing. Like, this is so fucking good. It makes no sense. Like, Toei literally just told the anime world to suck my dick. Y'all niggas could never touch us. Bro, how you gonna touch One Piece now? Those last two episodes told me, and the fucking redoing the Fishman Island in better quality and adding more stuff, there's nothing you can tell me that One Piece is gonna be like top 3 when it's said and done. Even though Bleach and Dragon Ball Z keep doing good stuff with their work, I don't know what niggas gonna do when One Piece ends. When Oda and Toei write the final scene of One Piece, anime and the manga, I don't know what niggas gonna do. I don't know. Cause this 6-month break is gonna kill niggas already. Cause what the fuck we gonna do? In the anime world, like, we can't watch One Piece. Even though we're watching the revamped episodes of the Fishman Island arc post time skip, that's cool because they're doing the Wano stuff in the beginning. And that's why I said I told niggas in Wano, if they do the beginning of the time skip in Wano, greatest arc of all time. Greatest arcs of all time. Like, bare fucking none. I promise you guys, when all said and done, this might be the hardest revamp of One Piece ever. I will die on this hill. When One Piece comes back in April and we go back to Egghead, I don't know. Because that's when we start the Kuma flashback. Boy, let me tell you something. That Kuma flashback is going to be the most amazing thing animated since sliced bread. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. But moving on, ReZero season 3 is out. Boy, let me tell you something. That's another anime where everybody's doing great shit. Subaru, that nigga's doing his job with a fucked up missing leg part. Well, he's missing part of a leg. Garfield, the nigga that transformed into a lion, a tiger. I think his name is Garfield, something or Garf or something. He's becoming a real nigga and getting emotions because of his mom and shit. Like, even though it's not, well, I'll say this: niggas ain't dying as often like the first 2 seasons, which is a blessing because let's have some story and then show death. Because on the first 2 seasons, it was just niggas just waking up, dying, wake up, die, wake up, die, wake up, die, and I was like, all right, man, my chest and heart can't get killed this much, and it was fucking with me too, because I'm like, damn, bro, like, I really don't want to see my nigga Subaru die this much. Now I know that the plot of the show that him to die and come back alive and stop it, whatever killed him from dying again. But it's like, damn, bro, like, a lot of those deaths was like, all right, man, we technically don't need that. Like, the bunny death, we didn't need. The hanging, we didn't need. All those deaths in season 2 with the bowel slasher was in the house all those times. It was like, all right, man, we don't need this many deaths. Like, seriously, that was a lot of deaths for no fucking reason. And those temple deaths where he was getting frozen, killed, and like maimed. It's like, all right, bro, it's too much. And when Garf, that tiger nigga, killed him, it's like, bro, that was unnecessary. A lot of that shit was unnecessary. Don is on episode 3. Yeah, and it's still fire. It's still good. Now I think the next episode is gonna be them outrunning Turbo Granny. And for some weird reason, I'm trying to figure out how the hell we're gonna get to the Evil Eye in 12 episodes. Unless this is going to be core 1 and then core 2 is the Evil Eye. But still, it's like, because you got to do the boxing alien, the dancer. But that's even weird though, because if it's only going to be 12 episodes and they didn't say, because I don't remember them saying anything about core 2. So that means the next 9 episodes have to be the boxing alien, the dancer ghost, and Gigi, the Evil Eye. We had to get those 3 stories, and it might be a 2 episode story on each of them, except the Evil Eye. The Evil Eye might be 3. Well, that's what it is. The Evil Eye and the Dance Chick might be 3. The Boxer Alien might be 2. So that's 8 episodes, and I don't know what the last episode might be. Well, no, because episode 4 will be them running Turbo Granny. So yeah, I can still see where this is gonna go. Now, season 2, y'all ain't ready for season 2. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for season 1. When y'all get to season 2, it's gonna be the best thing ever. Amazing. Fucking amazing. Just like the Road season 2 being announced. Now, for the people who watch the Road, be fucking thankful you're not reading the manga. Now, I'm not saying the manga is very dark. It's dark in 2 ways. It's dark because there's a lot of shit going on, and it's dark because the author is mainly draws in black. Like, there's more black than white on that paper. Like, and it looks grungy. It looks like a grunge artist did it and was like, here you go. But it's still pseudo legible in the way it looks. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's not for me because I love Doro. It's just that the manga art style it just puts me off. And I saw a spoiler that pissed me off too, so I was like, all right, I'm good. I'll read it. I'll read it later. But season 2 is gonna be hard, so they haven't announced when or who's making it, but they just announced season 2 is coming. And Dragon Ball Daima is out, and boy, let me tell you this. That anime, Dragon Ball Daima, is being handled like a newborn baby. Like, this anime is so good. It loves showing us the past Dragon Ball Z feats in the new animation style. And boy, let me tell you this. If they redo Dragon Ball Z in the better animation style, like on some One Piece shit, I don't know what the fuck. Toei will be rich forever. That's how crazy that'll be. Because there's no, bro, they showed the Majin Buu against Goku in Super Saiyan 3. The Kid Buu versus Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I don't even know, bro. I don't know what the fuck Toei be on. And I feel like Toei made One Piece take a break only because that Dragon Ball Daima has to be like handled with like kid gloves, because this is Toriyama's last thing he did. So I understand why they're probably doing that on both ends for One Piece and Toriyama's team. But like, y'all just shitting on niggas. Like, this is shitting on niggas times 100. Like, imagine Daima and One Piece coming out at the same time, but One Piece is up in its quality while it's dropping episodes. Y'all niggas will never know any bread. The only anime that might even stay close to that, and I'm talking about might. It might be Sakamoto Days in 2025, and that's a might. And I'm being real as fuck right now. I love Sakamoto Days. I'm really behind on the manga, but it's a good manga. And seeing the little shorts of the animation style they got going on, I was like, okay, I see where your niggas is taking it. I see where y'all taking it. But I don't know if this is going to knock One Piece out the water. Or, matter of fact, it won't knock One Piece out the water. Because by the time Sakamoto Days is over with, One Piece will be coming out. So, hey, y'all niggas need to be happy. 2025, there's going to be a lot of anime that's going to shit on a lot of niggas. And it's going to be really good when it comes out. But, what was I say? Oh, yeah, Daima. Yeah. So, I think they're implementing parts of Xenoverse in it, because the main bad guy for Xenoverse is in it, in this one. So, I don't know. I don't think this is like a canon story, but I think this is just a original story. So, if they tie us into Xenoverse 2, that would be cool. Or Dragon Ball Heroes, but I still fuck with it. I'm not mad at the kid aspect of Daima. It's cute and adorable. Because seeing Goku with the power pole, amazing. Seeing Piccolo and everybody else who normally fly can't fly because they're kids and running in the trees, amazingly funny, hilarious. Seeing the old characters as kids is probably amazing, because we know what Goku, Vegeta, Krillin, and Chi-Chi look like as kids. Matter of fact, Chi-Chi is 10 years. Whoa, I forgot Chi-Chi's younger than Bulma. That's funny. Seeing all the people that we didn't see as kids is hilarious. Freaking Master Roshi as a kid is just Master Roshi it's just old Master Roshi without a beard. It's literally the same nigga. He even tries to holler at some older women. I'm like, what the fuck, Master Roshi, nigga? Are you crazy? Piccolo's adorable. I don't know. He's more adorable now than when in Dragon Ball, when that nigga was born and just killing niggas. Is way more adorable. Yamcha with the same battle scars is hilarious for some weird reason. I don't know why. Because it's just a 5-year-old, 7-year-old kid with scars on their face. Oh man, it's funny. What else? Goten Trunks' babies is hilarious because them niggas got telepathy, which I don't know why they have telepathy, but I don't know about saying power lore, so I don't know what the fuck's going on. Mr. Popo has horns. Did not know Mr. Popo had horns underneath that turban, so that's crazy funny. And they're adding like lore to Dragon Ball. Like I think they said Namekians came from Demon World, and certain races with pointy ears are they don't come from the demon world, but they're byproducts of the demon world. So, what's that nigga named Goku fought in the Dragon Ball Z movie? Not the blue nigga that wanted to wish for the Dragon Balls and was part of the Red Ribbon Army. The blue little nigga that had. I can't even think about it. I can't even think on.
Fucking dummy. Stupid ass niggas.
Garlic Jr. Boom. Garlic Jr. Yeah. That blue nigga, that Garlic Jr. Yeah. Him. So he might be a product of the demon. Well, actually, I think he is from the demon world because that's. Yeah. So, yeah. There's always been a demon world, but we wasn't fully privy to it. And from what the main villains were talking about in the intro of the first episode, they were surprised that there was niggas that could shoot energy blasts and could fly and fight like this. So I don't know where the hell they've been at, or there are no Saiyans in their realm, or anybody that has those said powers in their realm. But that is crazy that like they saw Goku and Vegeta and all those everybody fighting and were like, these niggas is ridiculously overpowered. Like, I'm not, like, Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan, yeah, and Piccolo are, yeah, they're powerful. But, like, looking at everybody in the Z-Fires is like, yo, Krillin could give us a run for money, turn them all kids. That's crazy on a grand scheme of things. That's fucking insane. That's insane. 'Cause I can't breathe. But hopefully more new lore of Dragon Ball comes out, because I would love for them to expound more on Dragon Ball Z lore, on the world of Dragon Ball Z lore a little bit more. But hey, all this new stuff coming out, I fuck with it. So I'm here for it. But off of anime, let's get to the final topic, the manga. With One Piece taking a 6-month sabbatical, the manga is going to take a 2-week sabbatical. And this is all for the One Piece live action season 2, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken, because season 2 also comes out in April of next year. So that's crazy that I just remember that. But the manga's taking 2 weeks of break. And where we left off at is pretty fucking wild, because where we left off at, we finally got the full spread of Elbaf. Like, you know how every time we get to a new spot, they fully show the land with the big ass title of a name. So we finally see Elbaf, and it looks like the tree of Yggdrasil, like in Norse mythology. And now that the crew is out and about and walking around the Elbaf, the city, the country now, you can see the scale of which these niggas is compared to the Giants. Now, obviously, Giants are Giants, but Usopp said himself that the gap is literally like 2 or 3 of him long. So it's like 18 feet of like a gap walking on a bridge. And even the wolves that are underneath the bridge of the Straw Hat crew are like huge as fuck. Like, I'm being dead serious. I thought they, like, if you look at the Straw Hats, it looks like they're just toys in the world, which is hilarious that they just broke out of a toy house. But while there's half of the Straw Hats are on the ship and the other half is on Elbaf itself, which I don't know how the fuck that happened. You see the other half of the crew, Frankie, Vegapunk, Robin, and Jinbei on the giant ship with Broggy and Brogdy while looking at the new bounties for them, which is crazy that their bounties went up to 1 billion after helping Luffy get off Egghead. And they blame Luffy for killing Vegapunk too, obviously. But it's like, damn. they're like together their bounties equal up to kids and Luffy's, but it's still like damn. And they have Gear 5 Luffy in the paper, which is funny that the Straw Hats from before Alabasta are on the ship, because if you look on the page, you see Gear 5 Luffy with an X on his arm. Now, me and my stupid ass self was like, oh, so when he transforms, you get an X on himself. Is that another Gear 5 mystery? But doing more research, I was like, oh shit, Vivi's with Morgan. Morgan's printing off papers. There go that X to show that, hey, showing the Straw Hats like, hey, Vivi's alive. Which is funny in the same aspect, because none of the Straw Hats from pre-timescale Alabasta are on the ship. They're all on Elbaf. So if they would have saw that picture, they would have been like, oh shit, Vivi's alive and doing well. So that's probably going to come up later. I don't know when, but it's going to come up later. But prior to this chapter, because I'm going to get back to this chapter, but a lot of weird power scaling happened last chapter. So when Luffy and the team broke out of that giant fake Sun God's toy dollhouse, Luffy used a Gear 4 move in regular mode, like in regular base form. So people thought it was like a error of the writing, because it was like, why the fuck is Luffy doing Gear 5 moves, Gear 4 moves in base? It must be an editorial mistake. But it's not, because if you look at the picture, you see Luffy's fist in. So if people who don't watch One Piece or haven't watched One Piece in a while, Luffy goes Gear 4 and he can compress his fist into like his body and shoot it out like damn, what was it trying to like an airbag. It's almost like a rubber airbag. Luffy doesn't normally do this kind of moves unless it's in Gear 4, which is crazy telling that Luffy probably before the end of this whole One Piece will be able to do all his gear moves in base form. So like Gear 2nd, which makes him go faster, and this makes him go faster. That's just be on his base level. Gear 4 Snake Man, base, bro. Oda is making Luffy into like a powerhouse. Because imagine Luffy Gear 5 base form. He don't have to transform. He don't have to like be on his chest to go into like the Be of Liberation. Nigga can just literally just touch anything rubber. So I don't know what Oda is doing to Luffy. I don't know if he's trying to make him into like a literal god. Well, he is a literal god because he has to delve through with his sun guy. But that's neither here nor there. But back to the chapter. Luffy this is chapter 1129 and 1030. Well, currently I'm talking about 1030 now. But Luffy and the gang is on this bridge, and like Luffy senses something with his hockey, and he's like he's getting goosebumps from feeling this hockey presence, and just dips off. But everybody's like, yo, if Luffy, you cannot dip off. Because Zoro wants to dip off too. But Sanji's like, nah, we can't. We got to stay on the stick and narrow. We're already separated from our crew already. So it doesn't need everybody to be separated. But since it's Luffy jumps off the bridge and go finds this presence that's he feels. And you find out that the presence he feels is a giant chained up named Loki. And we get like some lore on Loki in the Elbaf. So if you guys remember Dressrosa, there was a giant called Hydran that Luffy knocked out with one punch, and he joined the fleet. Well, you find out that he is the prince of Elbaf. So it's like, what? I think he mentioned that in the early chapters, but I don't know. Matter of fact, Yeah, he didn't say he was a prince. He said he wanted to be king of the giants. So we didn't know what his royalty class was. But we found out that Loki ate a devil fruit that's supposed to. It's an ancient devil fruit that he's not supposed to have, and from what the giants say, it took a lot of the giants to get Loki chained up. So Loki's not like some weak ass nigga. And in comparison to his brother Hydron, the nigga that was in Dressrosa, he obviously got stronger. Because if you read that panel when everybody's on Luffy's ship drinking, it said they didn't know yet, but they were going to get stronger and an unprecedented disaster was coming. So I'm guessing every nigga that was on Luffy's ship is obviously they got strong because it's been like Zoe, Whole Cake Island, Wano, Elbath. I mean, not Elbath. Egghead. So like you've been to 4 islands and niggas haven't got stronger. That's crazy. So I already know that the giant nigga that Luffy knocked out with one punch, he ain't weak no more. Actually, you could tell some of the niggas ain't weak no more because what's my nigga name? I'm so mad. Chuzo, Don Chuzo, his 2 sons, grandsons. The nigga that married that weapon chick from Don Flamingo's crew. That girl, that nigga, when he fucked him in that damn, what's that race? That's too many races in One Piece. Those small niggas from Dressrosa and Don Chinjiao's grandson, when they combined attack and almost killed that damn Celestial Dragon, even though that Celestial Dragon is mad weak, like them niggas ain't strong, but seeing the little munchkin nigga with I want to say his name Sai, when they did that combo attack, I was like, all right, first of all, y'all had to train for this. Y'all didn't just wake up, oh, we gonna do combo attacks together. So niggas obviously was training. And the fact that the fucking the small nigga is literally like, I'm trying, basically like this. If you see one of those pop-up figures, those figurines, bobbleheads with the Marvel characters or the Stranger Things, he's literally the size of that, maybe a little bit bigger. Bro, that's so fucking funny. That nigga almost kills him, and he's that small. But like I was saying, everybody in Luffy's Grand Fleet obviously got stronger. Now, when Loki talks to Luffy, he asks what his name, and Luffy tells him, "Hey, I'm Monkey D. Luffy. I'm be king of the pirates." And Loki just bursts out and laughs and says, I'm the sun god who will cause destruction. My name is Loki. And that's all we get. But I feel like Luffy might cause Ragnarok. This might be One Piece's Ragnarok coming. Because I don't think hopefully there's not a Thor in this. And it's just Loki and Hydron, which it will be fucking crazy if we see a Thor giant and he has a hammer or some shit. But it's crazy because I want to know what devil fruit he has, because this nigga, what other devil fruit can it be that we haven't seen before? Unless it's a devil fruit that makes you see basically the devil fruit is Loki's power in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, oh, I can change and lie to you or say shit like that, which is probably cool because it'll be part and parcel to Loki. But I also want to see why, because if you look on that spread of Elbath, there's a giant ass sword in the middle of the tree, and in my mind I'm like, that sword in comparison to where Luffy and Loki are, is ridiculous, bro. The scale of which that sword is worse than what it was in Wano and Onigashima when they had that big ass katana. Cause I'm like, nigga, who is picking up this sword? Like, the sword is taller than the giants. So it's like, bro, is this a mega giant that put this sword here? Like, there's so many questions I got, and they're not answering it because we got on a 2-week break. But it's like, nigga, like, what the fuck? Like, what creatures was holding these weapons? Like, seriously, like, bro, I have no fucking idea where the fuck One Piece is gonna go. I need to see the predecessors of One Piece, because this makes no fucking sense. I have to. I literally have to.
I do not know.
But in some refreshing news that everything's going on break, Black Clover is coming back in November with 61 pages. Bro, I cannot wait to read 61 pages of Black Clover. I swear to God, it better not be 30 pages of double spreads. Because Black Clover is good for fucking double spreading the fuck out of you. Like, it'll just be double spread, double spread, double spread. And even though the art is amazing, it's like, bro, come on now. Come on. Like, we ain't waiting. Like, it was already bad enough we waiting three months for every Black Clover chapter. Don't double page us to death. Or give us like 10 pages. But I'm glad we're getting 61. So I'm fine with that. I'm cool. And even if like 10 of the pages, like 20 of the pages, 20 of the pages are double spreads, I'm still cool with that. That's like one chapter. And we're getting like 3. So I'm cool with one chapter being double spreads and the other 2 not being. So I fuck with it. Berserk is coming back in November too. And I don't know. Not Black Clover, but Berserk's story is, so where they're at right now is slowly, and I can't explain Berserk because it's like a lot of explaining, and I forgot what happened because I think we get a chapter every other month, and the chapters really ain't been like moving the story. It's just been like dealing with Guts and his like depression of losing Casca again to Griffith. And I can understand that too, because it's like, bro, I trained my ass off so hard, mastered the damn Guts, the damn Berserker armor, damn near almost got my ass beat to death, and I just like came to find out why the hell this Berserker armor is. Like, I'm learning a lot of new shit about myself and the world. And I'm like, okay, I got Casca. We're on this island. Let's do this shit. Everything's gonna go great. Griffith comes, fucks up the island, takes the girl, and now I'm just depressed. Nigga blocked my sword with his head. Well, I don't know if he blocked it, but I think Guts stopped it. But even still, Griffith wasn't gonna get cut by that damn sword any fucking way. So it didn't matter if Guts swung that sword with all his might. That shit wasn't gonna do nothing because he doesn't have like astral powers. He's just a regular half armored demon nigga. So I don't know. I don't know where Berserk's gonna go, but here's hoping the story moves faster a little bit. And speaking of stories, starting next week, since all my favorite manga is going to be on break or coming to it, there's a lot of my favorite mangas are coming to an end or ended already. So I think I'm going to next week slot in new mangas to put in because One Piece is going to be on 2-week break. JJK's over, My Hero's over, and I gotta find a new manga to talk about to you guys. So I'm definitely gonna be delving deep into new mangas for you guys to get a good read on. And because there's a lot of good mangas coming out. Trust and believe me. But that's the end of the pod. I really appreciate you guys listening. Again, I always say that at the end because I truly do appreciate you guys for listening. Even if you guys like just listen once, it was a listen that I didn't have before. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Have a great day. See you guys next time. C'est la vie. Peace.